Americans could lose access to TikTok within months if a bill that seeks to force its Beijing-based parent company ByteDance to sell its stake is signed into law. But the popular video-sharing app's potentially swift demise depends on whether the bill can overcome a number of hurdles. Lawmakers have long tried to regulate the platform because of its ties to China. They argue it threatens national security because the Chinese government could use TikTok to spy on Americans or weaponize it to covertly influence the U.S. public by amplifying or suppressing certain content. TikTok has repeatedly stated that it would deny requests from the Chinese government for Americans' data. It also points to Project Texas, an initiative that TikTok began in 2022 to safeguard American users' data on servers in the U.S. and ease lawmakers' fears. The House overwhelmingly passed a measure Wednesday that gives ByteDance a choice: sell TikTok within 6 months, or lose access to app stores and web hosting services in the U.S. It now heads to the Senate, where its future is uncertain. When will the Senate vote on the TikTok bill? It doesn't appear that the Senate is in a hurry to send the bill to President Biden, who recently said he would sign it. A number of senators have noted the upper chamber moves slower than its counterpart, which passed the measure just 8 days after it was introduced. It's hard for me to imagine that it'll be real fast. We don't do things fast. We're designed not to do things fast, so I would think months, Senator Kevin Cramer, a Republican from North Dakota, said Wednesday when asked about the timeline. On Thursday, Democratic Senior Ron Wyden of Oregon said lots of mistakes get made when you rush it without thinking through the implications. Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, a New York Democrat, has been non-committal about bringing it up for a vote. But the House's bipartisan support for it and the White House's request to move quickly puts pressure on the Senate to act. Senator Mark Warner, a Virginia Democrat, said Thursday that we've started conversations with Schumer. Warner, who chairs the Senate Intelligence Committee, endorsed the bill after its passage in the House. He said he's also had a preliminary conversation with Senate Commerce Committee Chair Maria Cantwell, whose panel would likely have to approve a measure restricting TikTok. Cantwell has not backed the bill and suggested it may not survive legal scrutiny. I will be talking to my Senate and House colleagues to try to find a path forward that is constitutional and protects civil liberties, the Washington Democrat said in a statement Wednesday. Critics say the bill violates the First Amendment rights of the 170 million Americans on TikTok by taking away a platform they use to express themselves, get information and communicate. Some senators have said they want to make changes to the House bill. An amended version would then,